Hello, Year 7. Welcome to another English lesson. Well done on the Tri-Weekly. I'll come back to that in just a minute. Today, we're going to be doing the feedback on the Tri-Weekly, Spring Tri-Weekly 1. So you're going to need a pen, your Tri-Weekly, some paper or your book and a highlighter. So if you haven't got those, go off and get them. Stop the presentation, go off and get them. And then come back and put into your book your title, Feedback Spring Tri-Weekly 1. Most of your books are incredibly neat. I've noticed one or two that aren't, and I've put notes in the on class charts regarding that. So everybody make sure that your writing is as good as it can be, and that you're underlining all the titles and so on. All right then, so stop the presentation, and when you're ready, go on to the next slide. We're doing similarities and differences, so much like we did on the Tri-Weekly do now, whereas I think it was a horse and a donkey, wasn't it? I want you to make a list of the similarities between a window and a mirror. Just spend 5 minutes on that. And here's the ones that I got. I mean, I could have got more, I guess, but I only spent a couple of minutes on it just to get involved. Similarities: they are both made of glass. They can both shatter. Differences: you can see through one and not the other. And another difference is one is partly on the outside of a house, the other is always inside. So there you are. I imagine you've got loads more than that, but that's got us thinking about similarities and differences before we go into the feedback. Year 7, congratulations. I was very pleased with the Tri-Weekly. You all managed to find similarities and differences, and you all managed to find some supporting evidence. Some of you wrote these out as lists, others of you wrote some paragraphs. But the next step in improving our responses is to put a similarity and a difference in the same paragraph. Now I'm going to model how to do this, then you're going to write 2 paragraphs with a similarity and a difference in. That's what we're doing today. Okay, now here's the extract that we use for the Tri-Weekly. I've had a look through it, so rather than read it all again, because we've all read it multiple times now, I'm going to look for these similarities. One similarity is that they are both happy on the water. So if you look at Mole, they're both happy to be in the boat, aren't they? So let's just pick out similarities. Oh no, we'll do it that, isn't it? It's that way around. We'll do it in similarities, we'll do in yellow. So I'm looking for Mole was at home on a boat. There he is. Look, he felt quite at home on a boat. So that shows that he's happy to be out on the water. And Rat sculled gently homeward. Oh, here he is. Look, he's up there. Sculled gently homewards. Sculling is another word for rowing. You know, like when you row a boat. So he's sculling gently, so he's happy to be on the water. That's Rat. And Mole thinks he's at home in a boat at that particular moment. Differences, which we'll do in red. I thought that the difference is that Rat is relaxed and Mole is tense. So Rat is relaxed. He's murmuring poetry things. Now, he wouldn't be doing that if he wasn't relaxed, would he? So that's Rat, and Mole is tense. He sees the. I've got, where is it? He sees the skulls suddenly. Where is it? Mole was quiet for minutes. He sees the skulls so suddenly. Right, so we've got the similarities in yellow and the differences in red. So there we are. We're going to use those, and I've written a paragraph on the next slide that uses those pieces of evidence, putting both a similarity and a difference into one paragraph. Now here it is, a paragraph that has both a similarity and a difference between Rat and Mole in it. This is how you do it if you want to get up the mark scheme and do really, really well. And by the way, you're doing spectacularly well as it is. But at the same time, this is how you improve. You put a similarity and a difference in the same paragraph. So here we are. There are both similarities and differences between Rat and Mole in this extract. The similarity is that they are both happy on the water. Mole thinks he is at home on a boat. There's your quote. Here's your connective. Whereas Rat sculls gently home. Sculled is another word for row. Both these quotes show they are happy on the river. However, there's our comparative connective. The difference is that Rat is relaxed and Mole is tense. Rat is murmuring poetry things, which he's doing because he's relaxed. Whereas Mole, another connective there, sees the skull so suddenly, which shows he is very tense. So you might want to stop there and go over that a couple of times, but that's the kind of paragraph we're looking for. A similarity and a difference in it. Your feedback task is to write 2 paragraphs like the one that I modelled. They should contain a difference and a similarity, and that, of course, every point you make has to have supporting evidence. This is the next step when comparing similarities and differences, and I know you're up to it. This is pushing forward a bit, Year 7, so well done, but I know you're up to it. If you do struggle with it, don't worry. If you need any clarity on anything, then my email address is always on class chart. So well done, Year 7. I'll speak to you later today, actually, won't we? We have the reading lesson later today where I would normally read to you. But there you are. I'll speak to you later.